This one is 2 weeks in the making. I was instructed to reduce spending in IT by X amount before the end of the year. The company as a whole need to cut 3M in spending by end of fiscal year because reasons. I was specifically handed a list of potentials as a recommendation to cut. First thing I did was collected all of those people and gave them 2 lists. The number of phone line accounts versus the number of employees, and the number of fax accounts that are inactive. For 2 weeks those men and women worked hard. They scoured AD, the horrible phone website, and verifying the fax accounts. They found over 12K phone accounts, that cost $22.95 each, that belong to termed users but are still active. We did the audit on the fax system by determining who has not received or sent a fax in 6 months. We found over 37K accounts inactive. Of those 9K had never logged in, 12K were termed users and nearly everyone else had set up their fax and never used it. The rest were people who rarely faxed as a backup. They wanted their accounts to stay. So 35.5K accounts at $19.50 each a month we were spending. So far we were at a little under $1M a month being spent on useless things. I started to go through vendor programs AG looking for similar instances. These included programs like snipping tool like Program, Password Manager, a couple of CRM programs, and a stock program that a couple hundred employees literally never used. After that was done, I worked with the server dudes for 2 days getting these accounts directly associated with our AD accounts. Every single user now has creds associated with AD. Now when a user is listed as term for 7 days, it terminates said accounts at the end of current billing cycle. As a side effect, I just accidentally an SSO. All in all I saved the company over $2M a month. Today came with the promise of an all-corp supervisor meeting and the BS that entails. It would take too much time to list out which department is with whose character, so all lines will begin with $sales or $HR. CEO, I am very glad all of you are here. As you know, end of fiscal year is approaching and we must trim the fat, so to speak, for year-end financials and the IRS. He goes on like this for 20 minutes and then has everyone go around the table. We aren't supposed to say things like, we terminated X number of users. But instead say things like, we reduced salary cost by X%. Accounting, our department was able to reduce financial responsibility, in particular salary, by 12%, saving the company $80K a year. CEO, okay, very good. Marketing? Marketing, we reduced financial responsibility but 45%. However, only 1% of that was salary. The rest was from programs we had used in the past but had stopped using. We were still paying for them though. $ME, which programs were those so I can mark them down? Marketing. Windows GFX programs they stopped using when they switched to Mac, plus a stock program from when former head of marketing ran the place. She mentioned the stock program I had removed. The one we were paying for in IT. Not marketing. I let it slide. $ME, if anyone else has terminated a program let me know please and I will take care of anything that needs to be taken care of on my end. 2 more department tried to claim credit for my auditing work. When it finally came to my time though. CEO, well we are just about out of time IT I am sorry BU. $ME, CEO I am sorry to interrupt but there is information in my report which is not only vital to this meeting, but will have major implications on everyone in this room and the company. CEO, okay. Proceed. $ME, as supervisor over the IT support area I have increased the salary responsibility by 20% as a way to save money. $HR, come again? $ME, using the list of suggested layoffs from HR, I gathered those exact people for a team to audit all cost-incurring systems that are utilized by our company IT. Accounting, how does more employees save? $ME, interrupting him using this audit, we have determined that there are over 100K accounts belonging to various programs, services, and paid software. These accounts either belong to termed employees, people who did not even know they had the account, people who did not use the accounts ever, or people who simply changed computer systems. In fact, vendor system A, B, and C were not being paid for by marketing, accounting, and sales respectively. Those costs were incurred by IT. I hand out the leaflet showing the money came from IT budget. $CIO, so what does all of this mean? $ME, we have tied every single vendor account, cost incurring service, and basically every single system that we pay per employee to that employee's AD account. This effectively creates an SSO for our users. On top of that, it creates the immediate savings of $2.3 million with accounts terminated for terminated users, accounts terminated that were literally never used, and account terminated for programs discarded. CEO whistles, $2.3 million. That is what I like to hear. $ME a month. Yes, I dramatically revealed that $2.3 million was not annual, it was monthly. CEO, so let me get this straight. We all here as a company have been wasting $24 million a year on things no one used, terminated employees, and discarded programs? $ME, yes. However, with the addition of tying all accounts to the AD credentials, we have effectively stopped this from happening in the future. $CIO, why was this allowed to happen? $ME, your predecessor created this storm and we, as a company, inherited it. I never had the urge to look into these issues as they are not directly IT-related issues. I just refused to fire my guys for no reason other than to save money. No IT employees are lost in this. In fact, we gain too. These two are part of a team in charge of all vendor accounts. They will approve, deny, create, change, and manage all vendor accounts. $HR, what will this team be called? $ME, vendor accounts? CEO, I am still hung up on these accounts. How is it that they were allowed to accumulate like that? $ME, the former CIO set up these accounts for other departments but set the cost to go to IT. No one looked into it for IT because why would we? These are not IT programs. They are our company programs. If you want to blame someone, blame the former CIO. No one in the room knew some of these accounts existed until I had the urge to look them up. Long pause. $Me, look at it this way. Now we have an extra 24 plus M to spend on expansion of the company.